So today we're doing something I have yet to do in Fallout 76, and that is make a nuke video. Today, in this video, what we're going to be doing is putting to test one thing, and then we're also going to test another thing later in the week. But some people have reported that nuking Morgantown is one of the best places to nuke. And I've never seen a nuke before, and so I thought, why would they think that this is a good spot? Well, there is a potential for tons and tons of ghouls to show up. And not only that, but to have lots of multi-star enemies show up. And then there's a couple other locations around the map. My leg is tweaking. There's a couple other locations around the map that I want to test as well. But we're going to start with Morgantown and see if what people say is true is actually true. So let's do it. Oh yeah. Here we go, guys. Time to launch ourselves a nuke. System armed. Let's enter the code. So you can find these on Reddit if you don't know. Every single week somebody goes through and posts them. 38388033. Access granted. Let us launch our nuke. So you want to... The good thing about Morgantown is obviously the fact that there's so many different things around, like the airport and stuff. So if we try to drop it like right here. Oh yeah. Wait a minute. Like right here, right outside the station. Hopefully, do it again. Hopefully we can. There we go. I think that'll work right there. Yeah. Here we go. Time to go and check and see if this is true or not. Oh, you can even see it so close to Bravo. Here it comes, man. It's going up and coming down. Never gets old watching this, that's for sure. So obviously the good thing with Morgantown, that guy's level 13. The good thing with Morgantown is that there are tons of ghouls here, and there's scores as well. But so I'm not entirely 100% sure if it's going to scale to my level. I think it's going to, obviously, because it does almost everywhere else. I'm just curious to know. Now over here we have scores, but over like by Morgantown area we actually have ghouls and whatnot. And so Morgantown, the university, like these areas should have ghouls. And so that's ideally where I want to go. But we're going to work our way through the nuke zone and just see what happens essentially, and see if we have a good result from here. So the party's here. They're all waiting for this to drop as well. It'll be interesting to see if this actually is as good as some people claim it is. Never gets old watching it. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, take them screenshots, man. Oh, it's gorgeous. Alright, let's get loaded up and let's roll out and see if this is actually as good as some people claim it is. I'm just gonna stack it quite a bit. Okay, let's go. Oh, look at that. It's so gorgeous. Okay, so I think mostly everyone's gonna probably go to the exact same place that I'm going to go. More than likely, I'm assuming. See what people do. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, I bet people go up here. This is probably the best thing about this location, is that you can do this. It looks as though, holy lag, it looks as though other people are familiar with this area already. Alright, let's see. Now, there's a lot of people here, so we should have 58, 58 I mean. Okay, so we got a 58 bloated one. Gotta see if we can find a large cluster, because the good thing about White Springs, obviously, dude, the lag is extreme here. The good thing about the White Springs, obviously, is the cluster. And then also people said that there's been a greater chance of having multi-star enemies here, which I'm not too sure. And that's really what I wanted to test. Chill out for a second, okay? So we're testing, obviously, two things. We're testing experience and we're testing loot. And so far, I had my suspicions about this, but so far it doesn't look as though it's quite as good as I would have liked. Okay, here's another one. I'm hoping that this is gonna pay off. I'm hoping that it's better than possibly what I'm seeing right now. But so far I'm not liking the looks of this. I don't think there's any types of secrets or anything that we're going to explore and discover. So far, no legendaries. A of any kind. Just regular ghouls, which is sad. Man, I lag bad in a nuke zone. There's no good cluster either. You know, there's the Vault-Tec universities here. We got the Vault-Tec University. We got the high school. The high school scorched though, so that's nothing. That's nothing more. So they're doing the event, and as the event's going on, ghouls are coming. Let's just check and see if there's a. Yeah, I don't think this is a good spot. I think I was deceived. Everybody's leaving me comments about Morgantown being amazing, but I feel deceived right now. I guess the good thing is with this event, they keep coming. That would be a good thing, to find a place where ghouls like swarm, and to yeah, not at least you usually see legendary ones at White Springs, right? Generally. Here's another one coming. Okay, I do have pacifist enabled. Well, that was a fail. Yeah, not as good as I would have thought. 2 bloated ones. 3 actually, coming out of the building. So I mean, it's decent for XP, but it's not as you know, there's not as many. Although I guess the good thing about this area is back on the beat, if that's going. Is that like, I'm assuming that's one that just like always is going, right? Like you can always trigger it to come when you come into this area. It would be nice if you could, is there an event that triggers ghouls to come other than this one? In mass, like a lot of them. Because that could be really beneficial if you could find, if there is one like that. So I'm curious to know, now that we're seeing that Morgantown is not as good as some people led me to believe, is there an area other than White Springs that you think is good? Now, I think you could also do Top of the World. I've heard Top of the World is good when there's super mutants there. But there can also be Scorched there. There's also a lot of Scorched there. And so it's not nearly probably as good as, it's probably just like this place. But I guess the good thing is that is clustered. That area is clustered. So unfortunately, nothing too amazing happens when you nuke Morgantown. You know, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's worth testing and finding out. Testing different locations. I mean, there's a good amount of bloated ones here, and I guess that was one good thing, is that they are spread out, so you can easily control. Finally got a legendary to spawn here. Finally, with this, with them, Furious Deathclaw Gauntlet. Let's see. It's a Furious one, so it could be good. 2-star. 40% more power attack. Whoa, that's actually really good. Cause that one is 40% more, 30%, and then 1%, one more strength. That's actually really decent. So back on the beat plus a nuke zone isn't too bad actually. So we've had 1 legendary though, and it was a 3-star, which is more than you get at freaking White Springs. White Springs never has anything, you know. So I guess that's good. I guess that's one good aspect about it. That unfortunately, I never am not in power armor, you know, and so really the gauntlet is kind of useless to me. So if anybody wants to buy it, I'll sell it. Just let me know. Yeah, so we've had 1 legendary so far. That's it. I was literally under the impression that this place was crawling with legendaries. Yeah, I think this has been confirmed. Also, Lewisburg might be good. There's a lot of super mutants and ghouls in Lewisburg. Lewisburg actually might be a really good spot. What else is around Lewisburg though? We got the station, so it's just Lewisburg though, pretty much. And Lake Reynolds. That's it. There's nothing else really there. That could be a place to test. I want to test all these locations just to see which ones are good. All in all, it's a decent location. There's plenty of ghouls to kill, but the real issue is that they're pretty spread out, which isn't a bad thing necessarily, because you can easily like deal with them as they come. Back on the beat is a good thing to have in this location. Man, I am so sick of lagging. I do not know what's going on. I think maybe something's failing in my computer, because I never used to have this issue. So I've actually done this about 3 times now, where people have came to the area, and it's actually a pretty decent spot. there's a lot of experience here. There's tons of ghouls. And so I would say that this area is like actually really nice and worth it. And so if you're looking for like a different area just to like do something different with, I would definitely come and check this out, because there's not only are there stuff in the main town, but there's like ghouls. Look at this, ghouls everywhere. On the outskirts of the map, on the outskirts of the area, there's and they, obviously people just keep coming back. I don't know if it's as much experience as quickly as like White Springs, but it's pretty good. And so I think like pretty much any area that has ghouls like this has to be decent. And so what the heck? So I would say don't, my final like thoughts on this area is don't pass it up just because look at how many ghouls there are here. You see what I'm saying? Just because it is where it is. You might be like, what? That can't be that great of a spot. It's not bad at all. Oh, there's a crown. It's not bad at all. It's definitely worth checking out. So definitely make sure to, if you're looking for a new place to just nuke for fun, this is not a bad location. Not at all. Because they are everywhere here. Oh, there's actually a lot of glowing ones here. There's a lot of them. It's not a bad spot at all. There's a lot of experience to be had here. We've seen one legendary though. That's about it though. And I was under the impression that there, and now obviously that's RNG. There could be way more here. But that's total RNG. There could always be more. That's just what I've experienced. And so I'm not gonna say much about that. Although from the way that the person who left the comment described it, made it sound like this place is crawling with legendaries, which is obviously not the case. So I don't know what to think about that. But anyway, it's not bad though. There's a lot of experience to be had. Lots of enemies. You got back on the beat, which is good. You could, kill the Scorch while you're there and do collision course, I guess, if you want to. It'd be great if collision course brought ghouls too. That'd be great. Can I get up there? Thank you. No, what? I should be able to jump over everything. Yeah, and other than that, though, I think we've cleared out this place for the most part. What do you think? Is it a place worth nuking? I'm not sure. I mean, it's not bad. I would just say that there are other locations that are better than this place. I'm killing things as quickly as I can if I see people engaging, because I want to find a legendary. Loaded, loaded, loaded. No legendaries. Stop. What happens if you nuke a Grafton monster? Does anything occur? I want to know. I want to know if anything happens. Probably not. Is that worth asking? Is that worth finding out? Nuking Grafton? Grafton has super mutants and only super mutants. That's an interesting thing to think about with Grafton. Yeah, so I don't know, guys. What are your thoughts? What do you think about the... Holy smokes. Yeah. Could have killed that guy. Oh, I thought I was in pacifist mode. No! Heart face. Don't do it, man. I'm sorry. I thought I was in pacifist mode. My bad. I think I killed a leaper or something. And that's probably what happened. Yeah, so I don't know, guys. What do you think? What do you think about this area? Lots of ghouls to be had, but lots of experience and whatnot. But I mean, that's a pretty good amount. I started at 140 fresh, so we got quite a bit of experience. But I also wonder, like, is this a common amount of experience in any place that has ghouls? The other thing is too with like White Springs is that it's contained as so much that more people will come to the area and you don't have to like go searching the whole thing over. And the other thing is that if you don't nuke the area that I nuked here, then you can't quickly travel, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you have to be very specific with where you nuke. Freaking Mama Doses. Mama Doses. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. A little bit different of a video, but you know, kind of a test video. Hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Things are going well. See you in the next one.